behind my teeth, afraid they'd fall and pull you beneath. You laugh like you were almost mine, but I kept love between the lines. I thought your eyes would understand, so I just reached and touched your hand. The world went still, the night was kind, but I left those words behind. I almost said I loved you, but silence got there first. And though my heart had spoken, my voice had only rehearsed. You smiled like you knew the truth, but I never gave the proof. The moment passed too soft to keep, like dreams that vanish when we sleep. I wrote the phrase 1,000 ways, but never found the one to say. You walked me home with quiet feet, and I just watched the empty street. I nearly turned to make it right, but love dissolved into the night. I almost said I loved you, but silence got there first. And though my heart had spoken, my voice had only rehearsed. You smiled like you knew the truth, but I never gave the proof. If I had said it, would you stay or turn your face and walk away? But now I'll never really know what grew unsaid but couldn't grow. I almost said I loved you, and maybe so did you, but we both let the quiet win and left no trace of where we've been. Now all I have is almost true. I almost said I loved you. You walked away so silently, and I just stood unknowingly. The steps you took were soft, not far, but I was lost in who we are. I thought you'd wait, I thought you'd stay, but seconds stole you far away. And when I turned, the street was bare, your absence filling all the air. I had turned around sooner, would I have caught your fading light? Would I have seen the way you paused before you vanished out of sight? But I look back one breath too late and found the door had sealed our fate. I told myself you'd still be near, that turning round would bring you here. But shadows stretch where you once stood, and every chance is gone for good. I felt the cold you didn't show. It crept in slow, you let it grow. And by the time I felt the chill, you'd left without the final will. If I had turned around sooner, would I have changed the things we missed? Would we have spoken one more truth, or shared one last unfinished kiss? But silence came instead of you, and all I saw was empty view. I replay it in reverse, each quiet frame, each aching verse. If I had known you meant goodbye, I wouldn't have let you walk by. If I had turned around sooner, maybe you'd still be in this place. Maybe I'd hold what slipped away and trace love's shape into your face. But now I stand where you once moved, and wish I'd seen what I had proved. I had so much I meant to say, but watched you slowly walk away. Each sentence froze behind my lips and sank like stones from sinking ships. You never turned to hear the sound of love I buried underground. Now all that's left is empty air, where words once waited unaware. Where did my words go when you left? Did they dissolve like second breath? Were they caught inside the wind, or tucked away where dreams begin? I held them close, but not too loud. Now they just float above the crowd. but they got lost in lack of light. Each vow will soften into space, too late to ever find its place. You didn't ask, I didn't give, but still those words refuse to live. Now silence writes the rest of me in pages you will never see. Where did my words go when you left? Did they dissolve like second breath? Were they caught inside the wind or tucked away when dreams begin? I held them close, but not too loud. Now they just float above the crowd. I wish I spilled them all that day, but fear is such a quiet way. It wraps your throat in quiet lace and leaves regret you can't erase. Where did my words go when you left? Maybe they chose to love you less. Or maybe they still try to find a place inside your closing mind. And every night they call and roam words that never made it home. The rain taps soft against the pane, and suddenly I heard your name. Not loud, not clear, just like before. A voice I don't hear anymore. It whispered through the falling sound, like you were somewhere still around. My hands went still, my breath grew thin, as if you'd walked back in again. I heard you in the rain again, like you were just beyond the end. Your voice, a ghost against the glass, repeating what we used to ask. You said my name like you still cared, but when I turned, you weren't there. The puddles danced with fading light, and I stood frozen in that night. I knew it couldn't truly be, but part of me refused to see. The words we spoke came back in drops, I heard you in the rain again. A dream I don't know how to end. You're gone, I know, but when skies cry, your voice comes back like a lullaby. You fade each time I try to hold. Still raining where we lost the gold.
We started lines we couldn't read, built castles on a fragile need. Each word we spoke, a thread undone, and still I stayed, though you had run. You paused in every second glance, like you were waiting for one chance. But I stood still, too slow, too late to change the shape of both our fates. This is a love I couldn't finish, left hanging like an echo's image. A story fading page by page, still trapped within an empty stage. I tried to write the final part, but all I broke was my own heart. We played a song we didn't know, the notes too sharp, the rhythm slow. I held your hand, but not your name, and watched us vanish just the same. I almost said, let's try again, but silence won again. You waited there for something real, but I forgot how love should feel. This is a love I couldn't finish, a spark that flickered into blemish. I kept it close but never lit, afraid of what would come of it. Now all that's left is what I missed, a love that vanished in a kiss. Maybe we weren't made to last, but what we had still holds me fast. And though the ending didn't start, you left your name inside my heart. This is a love I couldn't finish, still breathing somewhere I diminished. It never crashed, it never flew, just hung between the me and you. And though you're gone, I still relive a love I had no end to give.
The room was still, but time moved on. The second hand refused to yawn. Each tick a proof you wouldn't stay, while I forgot how to look away. The coffee cooled, the flowers dry, but clocks kept going though I cried. They didn't care that you had gone, just carried minutes slowly on. All the clocks kept ticking without you, marking days I couldn't undo. The world moved on in quiet grace, while I remained in that same place. No time for grief, no pause, no sound, just moments marching round and round. I thought the hands would stop for us, that something still would be enough. But time so cruel refused to bend. It wrote our silence to the end. The sunlight came, the shadows passed, but none of it could bring you back. And in their ticking I could hear the sound of you not being near. All the clocks kept ticking without you, turning hearts to something see-through. The future came, but not for me. I stayed behind in memory, while every hour made it clear you weren't part of this coming year. If love could freeze a single beat, I'd hold that tick beneath my feet. But clocks don't care for what we miss, they only measure what exists. All the clocks kept ticking without you, each one marking what I outgrew. The minutes moved, but I stayed still. With all this time I couldn't feel, and now their hands still pass me by, but never tell me why you said goodbye. The room was still, no breath, no sound, but you were there without being found. A shadow pressed against the wall. Without a voice, you said it all. The air was heavy with your trace, like whispers left in empty space. I close my eyes to clear the ache beside clock moved on, but I stood still. Each second colder, every chill. I reached for a sound to ease the sting, but silence had its own cruel ring. I mouthed your name into the night and thought I saw you in the light, but nothing answered when I called. Just quiet that refused to fall. Even the silence had your name. It wrapped around me just the same. No echo yet, I heard you clear, like memory pulled near. You vanished without a flame. Some ghosts don't need a voice to stay. They linger when the words decay. And though you're gone in every way, your silence still knows what to say. Even the silence had your name. Soft as sorrow, cold as blame. You left no final cry, but still I breathe your last goodbye. I try to break this haunting thread, but even the silence says your name. I made my bed, I washed my face, walked through the world at steady pace. I told myself it's just a day, no room for you to drift my way. I kept my phone turned face down tight, avoided songs that named you right. But silence grows in empty halls, and suddenly a memory calls. I tried not to miss you today. Ignore the sky, ignore the rain. But in the way my coffee cooled, I felt the space where love once ruled. I played pretend, I wore a smile, but missed you every little while. I cleaned the drawers, I changed the scent, replaced the sheets where nights were spent. I spoke of weather, not of pain, but missed you in the window pane. I took the long road back to home to trick my mind into unknown, but streets still knew the path you chose and brought me back to what I know. I tried not to miss you today. Erased your name in every way, but even shadows on the floor remind me how you're here no more. No matter what the clocks might say, breaks to walk a life that doesn't ache. But maybe grief's a quiet guest who only leaves when there's no rest. I tried not to miss you today, but tears kept finding what I'd say. If you had called, if time had bent, if we had stopped before the end. And though I failed again, I'll stay, trying not to miss you one more day. We held the kind of quiet time that fills a room instead of light. No I love you, no last refrain, just heartbeat echoes in the rain. We spoke in looks, in silent threads, in pauses where the meaning bled. But all the words we meant to share were lost in all that wasn't there. This was love without a voice, no spoken truth, no final choice. It lived in glances, died in still, a quiet ache I'm feeling still. We loved in hush,
goodbye to say. You slipped from me in quiet gray. The words we used just ran out slow and left me with the undertow. I waited for one final sound, but only silence hung around. Only the silence stayed when love began to fade. No echo from your parting step, just stillness where your promise slept. I reached for something warm to say, but only silence chose to stay. The clock kept ticking through the ache, but time won't give what it won't take. I traced your voice in open air, but nothing real was ever there. The way you loved just slipped away, like sunlight falling off the day. And though I spoke into the haze, no answer ever met my gaze. Only the silence stayed when love began to fade. No echo from your parting step, just stillness where your promise left. I reached for something warm to say, but only silence chose to stay. I would have begged, I would have tried, if only you had said goodbye. But nothing hurts quite like the sound of no one left to hear me now. Only the silence stayed, like debt I never paid. You vanished with the things we knew, and silence learned to fill with you. I speak, I scream, I even pray, but only silence knows the way. You poured the tea, I tied my shoes. We talked like we had time to lose. You smiled and brushed your hair aside, but something hollow lived inside. The sun came in like nothing wrong. The radio played our favorite song. I kissed your cheek, then caught the train, not knowing we would never be the same. That morning didn't know you'd go. No warning signs, no winds to blow. The sky was calm, your voice was light, but something faded out of sight. You left that day with quiet steps and took what I had never kept. The toast was burnt, the paper torn. Still nothing felt like love had worn. But now I see the subtle cracks where all your words were turning back. I miss the way you checked the door, how you looked once but not once more. And when you waved, it looked the same, but something colder said my name. That morning didn't know you'd go. No warning signs, no winds to blow. The sky was calm, your voice was light, but something faded out of sight. You left that day with quiet steps and took what I had never kept. We never know the end is near until the silence feels too clear. Now every morning feels the same, but none still carry your name. That morning didn't know you'd go. Now every hour moves too slow. I trace the start to find the end, but all I lost was just a friend. And though you didn't say goodbye, that morning told its final lie.
You smile like everything was fine, but something shifted in your eyes. The light was dimmer, soft and far, like watching someone fall from stars. I miss the way your focus blurred. You spoke but didn't choose the words, and in that pause I failed to see your eyes had said goodbye to me. The goodbye that hid in your eyes was quieter than cloudy skies. No sudden tear, no loud retreat, just silence settled at your feet. I held your hand, but not your heart. I thought that we could still be whole, but distance filled what once was soul. You looked at me like something lost, like love you knew would count the cost. I tried to speak, but you looked down, and that's when everything unwound. The way you blinked, the way you stayed, were pieces of a plan you made. The goodbye that hid in your eyes was written there in softened lies. You nodded once but never said what lingered in your quiet head. And now I see the truth too late. It wasn't fate, it was escape. I wish I'd asked a second time. Why did your gaze not match your line? But now those eyes won't meet with mine. They close the door without a sign. The goodbye that hid in your eyes still haunts me in the evening's rise. No message left, no final cue, just everything I didn't do. Your voice is gone, but not that gaze. The eyes that walked me into haze. It started like a quiet breeze, no memory, no melodies. I tried to hear the way you spoke, but all I caught was echo smoke. Your voice was once my safest sound, now even silence feels too loud. I closed my eyes, but nothing came. No tone, no laugh, not even name. It was the night I forgot your voice, not by anger, not by choice. The sound that held me close to sleep, now buried somewhere cold and deep. I reach for you in soundless air, but found a space that wasn't there. I hummed the song you used to love, but couldn't place the notes above. The letters blurred inside my mind. Your tone was gone, just left behind. I searched the dark for one soft word, but all I heard was what I heard. The fading hush of what we knew, no echo left to bring me you. It was the night I but found a space that wasn't there. If I could find one note, one sigh, I'd play it till the tears ran dry. But now the silence wears your face and leaves me aching in its place. It was the night I forgot your voice, and silence made its final choice. I tried to call you in the rain, but heard no answer, just my name. Now even dreams don't bring your sound. The night it vanished, never found. You left without a final word, no slammed door, no line I heard, but something stayed, a quiet air that told me you were never there. The curtains moved without the breeze, like your goodbye was on its knees. The walls still held your shadows pose, because the window forgot to close. The window forgot to close, and then came everything I chose to leave behind with you that night. But memories slip back in the light. Your scent, your steps, your whispered words all drifted in like falling snow. I didn't lock the past away, I left it cracked in case you'd stay. But now I see what silence means when love escapes in in-betweens. The air still knows your favorite song and hums it when the night feels wrong. I try to breathe, I try to doze, but the window still won't close. The window forgot to close, and now the cold inside me grows. It lets you in without a sound, where absence echoes all around. I try to change the way it blows, but still the window never knows. Some things we leave half open wide, in case the past comes back to hide. But now I know what open means, a place where hurt re-enters dreams. The window forgot to close, and with it came the ghost I chose to haunt me soft, to stay unknown, to keep me far from letting go. You're gone, and still the silence shows. The window forgot to close. said. The paper stayed forever clean, but still you lived in every scene. I practiced lines inside the dark, but fear would always steal the spark. And though I stood so close to truth, I never let it reach to you. These are the words that never found you, hiding in the space around you. I whisper love into the breeze, but silence took it with such ease. Now every phrase I meant to say still waits for you some distant day. You smiled like you had heard it all, but didn't hear the heart's small call. I touched your sleeve, I caught your eye, but always stopped before goodbye. I waited for the perfect time, but moments passed like missed out rhymes. Now all that's left are lines untrue, the ones I never gave to you. These are the words that never found you, hiding in the space around you. I whisper love into the breeze, but silence took it with such ease. Now every phrase I meant to say still waits for you some distant day. If I had spoken just once more, would you have stayed and not closed the door? But now I stand in what we lost, paying love's unsaid cost. These are the words that never found you, scattered through the skies I sound through. They echo soft in every night, like faded dreams that lost their light. I kept them close, too scared to true, the words that never made it through.
You stopped and called and I stopped too, but neither said we're really through. Our photos stayed, the clothes remained, but something cold had rearranged. The coffee brewed, the lights stayed on, but everything we were was gone. We didn't fight, we didn't speak, just drifted farther week by week. We ended without ending, no words, no final sending, just silence stretching into space, and memories we can't replace. No storm, no tear, no shattered sound, just love that slowly shut us down. I checked your side, still made the bed, pretended you were there instead. But when you left, it wasn't here. Your voice had moved to somewhere near. We used to mean every good night. Now nothing ever feels quite right. We faded like a song too slow and left no sign of letting go. We ended without ending. No flames, no breaking, bending. Just two hearts pausing in retreat. Still breathing but without a beat. No storm, no tear, no shattered sound. Just love that slowly shut us down. I wonder if you noticed too, or did I leave before you knew? But when I turned to find your face, you'd vanished without leaving trace. We ended without ending. Still here but not defending. No words to close, no door to lock. Just walking out without the talk. And though we're quiet, it's profound. We're over without shutting down.
The letter ended with your name, but in between I felt the blame. Each sentence tried to close the door, but left me needing something more. You didn't write the word goodbye, but I still heard it in your sigh. I read your silence in the page, like love retreating from its cage. You left me between the lines, where meaning slips and silence shines. You didn't say the love was gone, but I could feel it all along. No period, no final sign, just space where we forgot the line. I fooled your note 1,000 ways to see if time can change the days, but every crease still brings me back to what the sentences now lack. You used to write like you could feel, but now the ink runs cold and real. I searched for you in every phrase, but lost you in the in-between haze. You left me between the lines, where meaning slips and silence shines. You didn't say the love was gone, but I could feel it all along. No period, no final sign, forgot the line. Maybe you thought I wouldn't see the part you tried to hide from me, but every word you didn't say still breaks my heart in quiet ways. You left me between the lines, in pauses filled with warning signs. I held your words like fragile glass and watched the meaning slowly pass. No closure, just these subtle signs. You left me between the lines.
You didn't cry, you didn't speak, just turned around and kissed my cheek. The door clicked shut without a sound and left my world unwound. No thunder roll, no breaking glass, just stillness as the moment passed. Your shadow lingered for a beat, then vanished softly down the street. Your goodbye was too quiet. No storm, no riot. You left like dust that fades to gray and took the light I meant to say. Now silence hums where love once stood, too calm, too clean, too understood. The coffee cooled, the night came fast. I didn't know that was our last. You smiled like something had been said, but every word stayed in your head. I waited for a final plea, a reason why you'd set me free, but all you gave was hush and breath, a peaceful kind of death. Your goodbye was too quiet. No storm, no riot. You left like dust that fades to gray and took the light I meant to say. Now silence hums where love once stood, too calm, too clean, too understood. I'd rather you had screamed and stayed than whisper like your love decayed. But now I talk to empty air, still hoping you might still be there. Your goodbye was too quiet, and I still live beside it. Each night I search the quiet sky for answers you forgot to try. You left so soft, no need to fight, but nothing ever felt so right as your goodbye. Too quiet.